Hi, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Mari Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Moralai and Okuti. Trust you are enjoying your week. Thank you so much to all our members at Mari Clinic for your contribution, for always participating on all our posts and our programs. Thank you to you all. Thank you to all our new joiners. On all our social media platforms. Thank you to all our new subscribers as well on YouTube. We really do appreciate every one of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you also. Today, we'll be looking at an interesting topic that says food should not be a tool of punishment on your spouse. Food that we eat should not be a tool of punishment on your spouse. Now, this topic became very important or very imperative as a result of the many complaints that we have been getting at the clinic. We hear a lot, from some couples saying, "Oh, in our house, food is a big deal. I don't eat well in this house. The only time I eat well in this house is if his family members come to live with us, is when in-laws come to live with us. That is when this man will be willing to bring out money, for us to buy food stuff at home and for us to eat well." Then we hear things like, "Oh, whenever we have misunderstanding and he's angry, he will not eat this, he will not eat food, he ignores the food, he doesn't want to eat." Now, I want you to know that food should be the least thing that you will use as a weapon of punishment on your partner or on your spouse. See, you should not suffer any human being with food. Look at the birds of the air, look at the animals, despite the fact that they are non-human. See, despite the fact that they are not human beings, I tell you, everywhere they go, somehow they get fed. God has a way of making provision for these animals to feed. Now, how much more a human being? A human being, live by food. All our body structure that you can see, or this body frame that is standing as a result of the food we have been eating over time. There's a Yoruba adage that says that meaning it is what you eat that will show on your body, on your carriage. So food is very vital to human existence. Food is very important in our homes, in our families. You cannot use food as a weapon of punishment on your spouse or on your partner. That will amount to wickedness. That will amount to being cruel, being heartless. You know that you should make provision for feeding at home, in the house. You've got children at home. You've got spouse at home. Yet you behave as though they don't exist. You behave as though they don't need the food to survive. Meanwhile, they need food, they need to eat. And when you know that they need to eat, then you should make provision for what they should eat. I get irritated and angry at times when I hear couples saying, "Oh, even in pregnancy, he will not put money down for food. In pregnancy, I will be starving." I mean, that is wickedness. That is wickedness. You should, as a man, be able to provide that basic thing, such as food. See, even if you can't provide every other thing, food should be the least of the things you should struggle to put on the table. You should be able to put food on the table at the minimum. Why? Because your wife, your children, they need food to survive. If you cannot afford clothes, if you cannot afford cars, if you cannot afford, like, maybe the expensive things of life, the basic things such as food should be affordable. And that is why, see, you cannot afford to be lazy or idle in marriage. And I've been telling women as well, see, you cannot sit down and leave your well-being, your welfare in the hands of a man that cares less about you. You cannot leave your well-being in the hands of a man that has not proven himself to be responsible enough to put food on your table. That is why you, as a woman, you must earn in a little way, even if all what you earn is just to put food on your table and on the table of your children. Then you would have made a lot of progress. But for you to depend fully and solely on a man, for your feeding, and this man is not responsible, he cares less if you have eaten breakfast, he cares less if you have eaten lunch or dinner, he cares less even if the children are fed, then you should know that you yourself, you have work to do. You need to take your destiny in your hand. You cannot afford to wait for such a man before you feed. You cannot afford to wait for such a man before you stock the house with food stuff, before you buy the gas you need to feed. See, food is very important. You cannot punish your partner with food, no matter the issues you guys are battling with in your home. Make sure food is not a big deal. Make sure food is available for that partner to eat. See, even when a man is angry, see, and when a man is hungry, that man will become angry. An hungry man and an hungry woman will also be an angry man or an angry woman. When people are hungry, they are hungry. They cannot be in their best behavior. That is when you see them behaving erratically. Even the children, when the children are hungry, I tell you, they will not listen. Anything you tell them will go through these years and come out in the other years. And that is why it is important that you don't use food to starve anyone. I mean anyone, even strangers that we don't know. So long they are hungry, there should be this innate compassion in every human being to try to reach out, to those who are hungry, even strangers. Now, how much more the ones you claim you love, the ones that are your own, the ones that are your blood, your flesh, your family, your children. You are starving them, then that is not good. That is wickedness. You are not sowing good seeds by starving your wife or starving your husband of food. You must make food available. Food must not be a big deal. Food must not be used as weapon of punishment on anyone. And I mean on anyone, not even on your housemate, not even on your in-laws, not even on your parents. You must make food available. And that is why a man must work, and at the same time a woman too must earn, no matter how little, even if it's what you need to put food on your table and in your tummy. Please, you need to get that done. We've had enough of this. Oh, he's not even putting money down for me to eat. Oh, I've not even eaten for days, yet he wants me to have sex with him. What? Please and please and please, I'm appealing to us, because I don't really understand what is going on in some homes and marriages these days. I mean, why did you go into the marriage when you know you cannot provide basic things? I mean, basic things for your family. Why did you go into it? It's a different thing if you lost your job. Even when you lose your job, please, there are other things you can do to keep little monies coming in. Just make sure there is food in the house. I mean, basic things. You can get bread, rice, gari, beans, yam, potatoes, fish. Just make sure there is something in the house to eat. And I feel for those women who are pregnant that will say, oh, it doesn't even care, to put money down for me to feed. And you sit down there, you have another human being growing in your tummy, and you care less if you have eaten, and you are still waiting for that irresponsible man to come and feed you. I tell you, you need to take your destiny into your hands. You need to look for how to fend for yourself and make sure that you always have something to eat. And please eat well. I mean, eat well. Eat what you want to eat. And see, pray to God to bless you. That food, what to eat will never be your problem in your lifetime. I mean, what to eat, what your children will eat, what your spouse will eat, what your parent will eat will never be a problem in your lifetime. So please, Don't use food as a weapon of punishment on anyone. It is not good. It is wickedness. As a matter of fact, you should be feeding strangers. How much more, your own immediate family? You should feed your immediate family first. Then when you have extra, then you can feed strangers, you can feed others. But you see that your wife, that your husband, your children, they should come first. You should feed them, for make provision for food. Don't let food be a big deal in your house or in your home. Don't let food be the cause of quarrel. Don't let food be the reason why your partner hates you so much, because they feel you careless if they die. And as a matter of fact, when someone has not eaten for days, I mean, the person's immunity will break down. The person will be susceptible to all kinds of sicknesses, diseases. Before you know it can lead to death. So you don't want to joke with the feeding of your household. Take it seriously. Feed your partner. Put money down for food. You will not take these monies to the grave. You cannot be feeding side chicks out there and not make money available for your own wife and your children to eat. It is a cost. It is not good. Please, let's try to address all of these things, because it is very annoying when I hear people say they've not eaten, they've not eaten. Meanwhile, the husband is going around town, wasting money, drinking, carrying women. Meanwhile, the ones in your household are yet to eat, and you care less how they are eating. How do you want to prosper as a man? Please, let us do the right thing. It is important we do the right thing. And you women, please stop sitting down idle and depending on one man, that is not responsible, that cares less about you, to be feeding you. You have to take your destiny in your hands, because you have this only one life to live, and you must live it well and eat well. Eat well. I mean, eat well and eat healthy. Let your children also feed well, and you'll be thankful for it later on in future. So I'd like to stop here now. I remain your host, Moralai Han Okuti. Please leave us a like, a comment, share this video so that I can help others. Till we meet again. I say bye bye.